After the booming renaissance of the third generation of video games starting in the mid-80s, the 16-bit coded fourth generation is the logical evolution. The TurboGrafx-16, Sega Genesis,
or Mega Drive,
Super Nintendo,
or Super Famicom,
Neo Geo, and the handhelds Game Boy and Game Gear are jam-packed with some of the most vibrant ads of the 20th century. I could tell the teams of writers, actors, and directors behind these ads loved what they were doing. There's so much joy, humor, and emotion poured into these. They really don't make them like they used to. I salute you, angry man telling me to buy a Sega CD, but it wasn't all gumdrops and happy feelings. This was the age of brutal rivalries. Sega drew first blood with their call to war against Nintendo.
Genesis does
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo.
And Nintendo returned fire.
Okay, class, pop quiz. Question number 1. You want to buy a video game system. Super NES gives you 4 free games. Sega gives you no free games. Which do you choose?
Competition was burning, pushing every company to pull out all the stops in making these consoles and games the stuff you gotta get. And these commercials still have their retro charm. They push to be superior than the previous era. These commercials are bigger, darker, funnier, and more heartfelt. Truth be told, this countdown was hard to make. Some commercials I thought would place here won't make it. Not because they turned out to be lackluster, it's because a good number of these I've never seen before, and they're amazing. The rules are like last time, 1 game per franchise, though I'll allow a tie if the ads are about the same. The games must be on 4th gen consoles or handhelds, no matter what year they were released. And this is my opinion. Your favorite may not make the top 10. Sorry guys. Alright, let's dive in and see the top 10 4th generation video game commercials. I can't think of one Sonic commercial in this era that I don't like. They all give it to you straight about what his personality is like, how each game is unique, and that Sonic and Knuckles can combine with Sonic 3 and 2.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
The UK Sonic & Knuckles commercial is by far the funniest, with these two heavyweight fighters acting as hype men for the titular characters.
Button it, blabbermouth, and check out my man, Knuckles! He climbed! Good! Butts the wall! Okay, gentlemen, let's see some action!
But if I can only choose one, it would have to be Sonic CD. Sonic and Metal Sonic are in a Dragon Ball Z-like clash. The highest selling point is on the forefront, and in CG, the first time Sonic ever does that in promotion. Metal Sonic is in Sonic's eyes. As his jet turbines ignite, Sonic's eyes get fired up, and it's on above Neverlake. The imprisoned Little Planet is in the back with an image of Eggman domineering over the dwarf world. The mountain with Eggman's face on it has the chain linked to Little Planet, just like in the game. Sonic and Metal even fight in outer space like in Battle of Gods. Sure, they took liberties here, but I don't care. It looks cool. The Sonic CD commercial never fails to get your adrenaline pumping, and to give you the sensation that you can do anything. The first Final Fight commercial was okay. We have Sodom and Damned in an elevator, and I give bonus points for characters in live action. But it needs more action, more music, more Hagar. And wouldn't you know, Final Fight 2 delivers. No time is wasted. The 3 heroes Maki, Carlos, and Mike Hagar are beating the crap out of the Mad Gear gang. We also see them interacting with each other, lending a hand as teammates. And the song here, Midnight Hallelujah by Ayumi Nakamura, is the kick-ass early 90s rock that gives it a ton of energy. I'd play it here, but
I've got my eyes on you.
regardless, Final Fight 2 has the best commercial out of all the beat-em-ups in this era. Street Fighter II. You're the most influential fighting game of all time. Surely you should have some good commercials. The North American ad for Super Street Fighter II is pretty sweet, with the characters in live action jumping and kicking in a hallway. The 90s really liked hallways, but it can't match up to the Japanese commercials. The World Warrior, Champion Edition, and Super Turbo. These have a consistent vision and style. The way the characters are written and directed are faithful to the canon. Ryu and Chun-Li are traveling the world, from a desert to a city. Vega,
or Balrog,
If you say that again, I'm gonna slap you!
is gearing up for a vicious fight to the death. But the highlight is the set of fight scenes against M. Bison, and he's got the pure white GMK eyes, whereas the 1994 movie dropped the ball. Among other things, Chun-Li and Guile get a shot at him. The heroes have a stare down against the ruthless head of Shadaloo, and then they duke it out. And everyone looks like the way they do in the games. Not that hard. Now is it Legend of Chun-Li? They even got the color of the Kikoken right. And I love this shot of Akuma. He has no actor, it's just an image of him in flame close to the opening of Street Fighter IV. Be it SNES, Genesis, or arcade, I'm feeling the drive to fight. In the last countdown, I praised the Mega Man commercials for the action in them. Mega Man 7 has an ad modeled after its older siblings, and I'm sure they'd be proud. But you know Mega Man X and X2 are taking the spot. The first has X charging and changing his armor while the 8 Mavericks are spreading destruction. With his heart exploding and his eyes filled with determination, X is ready for battle. The X2 commercial is shorter, but sicker. You got X flying everywhere and blasting everybody! And the song, Seikai ga Owaru Toki by Reidain Mode. The X games are more mature and explosive than the Blue Bombers 8-bit outings, and their commercials make it clear for you. You can't get any more extreme than these two. There was no Zelda entry in the top 10 third-generation video game commercials. The ads for the first game suck. Man freaks out about Zelda in the most over-the-top way. Two kids sing a cringy rap song.
Which way to go? Good times. It's the Legend of Zelda and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tectites, Levers too.
It's like they didn't care. The Zelda 2 commercial is better with Link running through a hall looking for Zelda. Things stepped up in the 90s. The North American Link's Awakening ad has a rap song that's easier on the ears.
Down with Zelda from the very start. I got the heart, it's Mars to play the part.
The Japanese one has a fun puppet show with a catchy song. But A Link to the Past has the better commercials. The North American ones have a proper budget. The Japanese one was no slouch either. Link is leading a band of townsfolk and monsters in a quest to rescue Zelda and defeat Ganon through dance. It's so out there, and I love it. Everyone's dancing in unison until Link breaks out the Master Sword and uses the spin attack, which made its debut here. After saving Zelda, Ganon steps in. The creature effects on him don't look too bad. For once, Link fights Ganon with the power of the rhythm. This is a famous ad, and the song has resurfaced for the Japanese commercial of A Link Between Worlds. There's also a German version of this song.
Super Nintendos neuester Hit heißt Zelda und der reißt mächtig mit. Abenteuer, Action, schwarze Magie, Drachen und Monster und Fantasy.
Put on your Pegasus boots and start dancing to ward the forces of evil off. Sega had loads of solid commercials in this era. They were famous for being petty against Nintendo, but they had a lot of ads that were humble and self-contained.
Vector Man, resistance is futile. Sega.
And the best Sega commercial of this generation is Phantasy Star IV. Not one word is said. The Earth exploding, the camera tracking through the rough surface of this moon, and the breathtaking shots of three of the heroes, Chaz, Ren, and Rika, are enough to sell you on. The colors here. They're vigorous, but don't subtract from the sense of disquietude. Man, I really gotta play Phantasy Star IV. The most underrated Sega commercial, and one of the best. The best video game commercials add to what they're promoting. I'm not the biggest fan of commercials that feel disconnected from their games. Take the North American ad of Super Metroid, for example. This guy's walking his dog and talking about how tough and extreme the game is. You could replace Super Metroid with Star Fox and it would be the same thing. The commercial needs to resonate with its product. That's where the Japanese commercial gets it right. This could work as a prologue to Super Metroid. The Galactic Federation's research division is studying the baby Metroid Samus got from Metroid 2, until Ridley invades to steal it. We don't actually see him aside from his shadow and foot. Not seeing Ridley in whole builds up to his full reveal in the game. Samus Aran hears the distress signal and activates the Varia suit. It is a shame that there isn't an actual suit like in the original game's commercial, given that they use stop motion here. But it doesn't look bad. This commercial, in a way, is like the final episode of the 2003 Star Wars Clone Wars series, showing us events that take place 10 minutes before the big title begins. I recommend watching this right before playing Super Metroid. The experience will be more thrilling. It's no surprise that Mario has the most commercials. They're endearing down to the core, and the ones with Wario are well animated. The drool in his mouth, that's some attention to detail, and his sinister personality is front and center, praising himself and hypnotizing you into killing Mario.
Obey Wario, destroy Mario.
Obey Wario. Destroy Mario.
Oh no! What have I done?
But Super Mario All-Stars in Japan takes the cake. Heroes and villains put their differences aside for one night to celebrate the release of the biggest Mario compilation of its time. It's like a Hollywood premiere. They put on their dazzling clothes to wow the press, all of which are human. This beats Super Mario Odyssey by 24 years. In the screening, they applaud for the collection, as well as the Super Mario Bros. Movie coinciding with the Japanese release. Damn, that's surreal! The top commercials in the last countdown had a strong focus on atmosphere. Pull me into this world. What commercial has that, as well as rad early 90s marketing? Mortal Kombat 2 in the UK made it look easy. It opens with a desert in ambience. Scorpion and Reptile rise from the ground. The following scenes have Shao Kahn wandering in a forest. When the rock music kicks in, that's when the action starts. Kitana vs. Reptile, Sub-Zero vs. Baraka, and a hint of Scorpion vs. Shao Kahn. The costumes can almost match the 1995 movie. They didn't cheap out here. 6 fighters, some old, some new, and they all look badass. One of the best fighting game commercials ever.
It's just like the real thing, and my wife loves it. Right, darling?
Hi, it's very realistic, Nigel.
My little girls love it too. Right, twins?
Completely true.
Hey, even my dog loves it. Right, Fang? Woof. So,
夢じゃない。ファイナルファンタジー6、4月2日、スーパーファミコンで発売。
What are friends? Friends are there to pick you up when you're feeling a little down. Friends are there to rearrange someone's face when they're acting like a clown.
I love video game commercials that do more than they have to. Not just putting more money into production, but showing a lot of effort and care, even though it's a standalone game. And I give credit to the team behind the Secret of Evermore ad. I've never played this game, and this commercial is telling me I'm missing out. A boy and his dog are transported into a world of monsters in peril at every corner. You can see the fear on their faces when they go down the waterfall. They adapt and are brave enough to fight the creatures hungry for them. The scene with the dog transforming by having a wolf grow out of his mouth is the trippiest part. The tone of this commercial unapologetically tells you, you're not in a safe place, kid. Kill or be killed. The haunting music fills this ad with the right amount of dread. And the animation. It's so good, it's on par with a mid-90s animated series. This commercial is dark, scary, and gripping at every turn.
Secret of Evermore from Squaresoft.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment what you think is the best 4th generation video game commercial. Till next time.